spin this wheel, and whatever the wheel lands on, we will listen to tonight. And tonight's options are, for myself, I've picked Lupe Fiasco's fifth album, Tetsuo and Youth.
I picked Saba's Care for You, and then they're both from Chicago, huh?
Yeah, they
Oh,
are.
look at this.
Chicago versus Chicago, but I went East Coast with Midnight Marauders, and that was their second album. So
Whose second album?
no, actually third album.
Who's
That was
third album?
Who's third
A
album?
Tribe Called Quest,
There you
third
go.
album, Midnight Marauders.
So we're going to be here live on camera while we spin this wheel. Let us know in the comments who you want to win.
I don't want Tetsuo and Youth to win because it's such a long album.
Tetsuo and Youth. Fuck. God damn it.
See?
Oh, I sweet talk my way into Care for Me.
This
my
is some
God.
bullshit.
This is why you manipulate situations until it works in your favor.
Unbelievable. All right, so go ahead, give us a little
Yeah, but
feedback
what's-
on it
what's-
before we
We'll
get
see
to it.
tonight.
So I was gonna put on Saba's A Few Good Things, and then when I checked, tonight we've been talking about albums that are 10 songs that are really good. But while I was checking, I'm about to put on Saba's A Few Good Things. Under essential albums, I saw Care for You, and I was like, oh, Apple considers this one of his essential albums. Okay, let me take a look at the track list and see what I remember on here. 10 songs. I put on the first song, and I was like, oh yeah, this is like one of those. This is one of them ones. So I'm kind of excited. We're gonna give it a shot. I didn't realize how much I like Saba projects until I put the two side by side. Because I feel like before I was like, there was a period where I feel like I only liked him for his singles. But no, his projects are solid. He makes good projects. So like,
Okay.
you guys are in for a treat tonight. I think you guys will be impressed. I know you guys I know you guys see me as a Drake fan and you think I have such a lowbrow music appeal, but this one's gonna be high level. This one's very
Okay.
how many songs?
10.
10 songs. And why do you like this guy so much?
He's like a lyricist, actually.
So he's a rapper.
He's a rapper.
He's a rapper. I mean,
He's
hey,
a rapper.
enlighten the AAR people like me that never heard of this guy.
Don't know. But he's a rapper. We're about to listen to 10 songs of rap and poetry and
Okay, this is a guy who hates Lupe Fiasco, though. It was like a big name in that.
his Lupe Fiasco is overrated and he's boring.
Woo! Shots fired.
And and he'd probably diss me if he heard that too. And I don't care. You're a professor. Diss me.
Does he actually have a degree in
Yeah,
something?
he has the grade. He teaches a full hip hop class for
Yeah.
years.
He's an accomplished professor. I'll
Is
give
he?
him that.
All right,
I'll
no
give him
problem.
that.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. You
I
going
think,
with
I
your
think he's
badass
had
Lupe?
more longevity in his professor career than his hip hop career.
Oh, let's get out of here. No, let's get out of here.
All right, just dive in.
Saba probably won't even be happy about that. Saba probably tell me to put some respect on Lupe's name. So my bad.
All right, so first song, and going in order.
This is somewhat of I'm not gonna call it a concept album because I'm pretty sure the events of this, like the things he's talking about, really happened to him. It's a personal album. There we go. That's an album about him. This is an album about him. So I think that's important to have in mind. He's
Okay.
Care for Me. He's talking about himself.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Diving in. Busy Sirens featuring The Mind.
I'm so alone.
And that was Busy.
Busy / Sirens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two songs really.
That makes sense.
I mean, the first part of it I thought was cool. I mean, it was a cool intro, but I really felt the second part of the song. I like the little transition in the beat.
I wish I hated it more. I wish I could come in here and be like, yeah, your album sucks. But I kind of like it. The beat's really interesting, especially in that first part.
I got range, man. I got range.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, there's some real range from when you're almost fair here.
I listened to that song and that album a lot when I worked at Costco. I don't know why. So this reminds me I remember sitting in the bake room listening to Busy and Sirens.
So were you wearing headphones while you worked? 'Cause that's kind of unprofessional.
I said in the break room. Secondly, I see nowadays people wear headphones at work. I'd be at Costco, they got AirPods in. I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was like that nowadays. It's 2025.
I'm telling you, man, that's how it is.
That's how it is nowadays.
That's how it should be. Wink.
I mean, they get rid of DEI, they get rid of the headphone policies, but Costco's not getting rid of DEI. Anyway,
But yeah, it's good. I really like the beat. I really like the lyrics, like you said, are like interesting and like seem to have like a point to them about like his life and about his kind of his struggles with loneliness and like his relationships.
A lot of introspection. On this.
Yeah.
I mean, after I woke up from the first part of the song, I thought the second part was really cool. So.
Yeah, he's a hitter. I honestly, I like both parts of the song. I do think I wish that there was a shorter switch between the first part and second part of the song. I was sitting here kind of like, man, this song's running really long. Oh, there's more to it. Oh, shit.
I think I really like Busy. I don't mind how long Busy is, and I don't mind how long the song is overall. I really like that on I was thinking about Sirens.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about the hook. Sirens on the way.
Yeah.
Now you're lying where the angels lay. And I think thinking about it a little more critically, I realized that at first I was like, oh, you got shot or something, you're on the ground, you're dying, sirens on the way, now you're dead, boom.
Yeah.
But then I thought about after listening to the lyrics of the verse, and I was like, oh no, it's like the police pulled up on you. Now you're lying where the angels lay. I think it's a little bit deeper than that.
Or
Wow.
maybe it's like being alert to LA by people who don't have your best interests at heart. Like sirens, like people who were luring you.
Oh,
where angels
interesting
like that,
concept.
you know,
Damn.
Los Angeles, where right? So maybe also, and I appreciate right that we're kind of like talking about what the lyrics mean that way. That I feel it's like I don't know. A lot of Drake songs don't have this kind of depth already.
Did you think? Wait, hold on. Did you think it's saying sirens in LA?
No.
Oh, okay. I just
No,
wanted to make sure
no,
that's not what you thought you were saying.
No, I know like he was saying sirens on the way,
Okay.
leading you to where the angels lay, but like, angels lay Los Angeles. It feels like there could be, like,
Okay.
a kind of.
I mean, he's from Chicago. I don't know why he would be incorporated in LA, you know. If he said Chirac, I'd be like, okay, I get it.
Has he ever been to LA? Do you know?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure he has. He's a
No,
popular artist. Like,
I'm just like LA's a very popular place.
Tommy Richmond left talking last night about how he moved to LA 2 years ago. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like,
Get out
I think
here.
people move to LA to make it big. I feel like that could be reference to that potentially. It's kind of what I mean.
Got it.
But
Alright.
yeah, could be a thing.
Moving on. Next song is Broken Girls. Here we go.
Oh, okay. These are some very lo-fi beats.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I agree.
I like the lo-fi. That was the best part of that song, the outro.
Yes, it was.
It was crazy.
Yes,
That
it
outro was
was.
kind of fire.
That beat was fire. I ain't gonna lie. Broken Girls, huh? I mean, girls.
Girls.
But I feel like that was a not a nod to Jay-Z's girls, but
Yeah,
it gives me kind of reminds
I
me of it a
remember
little
that.
bit.
Remind me of that too, honestly. This feels like a concept for a song that Drake would do. But I feel like it's done better here. We're doing surreal.
All right, there you go.
I feel like
Take
the
it.
introspection and feels more genuine. I like the word, but like the whole bar that goes from Venusaur to Issa Rae Insecure, or like is I liked a lot. Yeah, I just feel like I am learning more like about this person's life.
Okay.
I think is the whole album like basically like him like ripping lo-fi beats to like am I up for this?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, it's good
Yeah,
to know.
it's like a good album to do work to. It's like you play it in the background, it just kind of catches your attention for a little bit, and then it's like you think you're listening to one song, and then you hear the outro, like, oh damn, let me hear that. I missed that song, but it was just a 10-second outro beat, but that outro beat was fire though, and I do like the melody and everything at the end. So on the last two tracks that we've played, I've been more interested in the ending of the songs than the actual
Oh, there you go.
song. So all right, ready to dive into.
Hold on. Do you have anything to add, brother?
I'm sorry.
No, I like the outro the most. I'm good. That's really.
Okay.
I like this next one more. This beat on this one I think is pretty good though.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna dive into life.
Not again. Is that cello?
Sounds like an upright bass.
Oh.
I got angels running with it.
Oh, stop.
So sometimes, like, I I go to a lot of concerts.
Yes.
So sometimes when I hear a song that's like, this is 2019, right?
Yeah.
I'll hear this song and I'll be like, damn, I missed out on what would have been like a crazy concert era. I could have been there hearing Life live and the crowd had been going crazy, but now it's 4 or 5 years later, he's never doing Life again live. That's not that's not happening. He's out of that era, and I missed it.
I don't know. I feel like people who sometimes feel like, oh, songs they're good enough, and this song feels like it's good enough.
But it's a dice roll.
Yeah.
The dice roll. Like, there's no guarantee that he'll ever do Life out of it. I can't expect him to do Life if I go to the next show. I can only hope.
What was the single off this album?
Hell if I know.
Okay, 'cause I'm just saying that may have been it. That was a pretty tight song.
okay.
It was, yeah.
I did
Okay.
appreciate that. I mean, it was pretty dope.
I feel like
Dude, pretty dude.
get him out of here. I feel like this song had the most different tempo of the songs I've heard so far. But I don't know. I like it a lot. I like what it's talking about. I like typically being like rappers talk about the conditions that they live in and when they're bad, etc.
Yeah.
And about how like white men are bad. He says no, fuck Congress. You ain't doing shit. I appreciate that directness. I think you don't see that a lot. Yeah, I think it's so far it's my favorite portion of him like rapping with a little bit of a more aggressive beat.
Absolutely.
That one's going in my current playlist. That one's in rotation.
Yeah, no, it's good. That's why I'm mad rap official recording, honestly.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get more of that throughout the album.
I think I put you guys on to something right now. I think I'm putting you guys on.
All right, you say so. All right, going on to Calligraphy
I love Calligraphy actually. It's very fun.
by Saba.
Thanks for it.
I like the on most of his songs. I like the outro. I mean, he really changes the compositions of all these songs and incorporates different melodies, different drum tracks. In this aspect, he drops the drum beat, but it just really sounds well composed.
So I'm not, brother. So far, I can see why you said the 10 song classic. Honestly, especially that song. I'm really trying to feel the level of skill that this guy has.
I wouldn't say all that.
A connoisseur I am.
I wouldn't say all that.
Tastemaker.
But I do appreciate the
Innovator.
music.
Okay, we're
A
not good.
trendsetter. A trailblazer. That's me. That's me.
Okay, we're what 4 songs in?
Hell yeah, we are.
Still 6 songs to go from the fuck up, right?
Yeah, brother.
All right. Next one, Fighter, featuring Kaina. Kaina.
That sounds familiar. I think I know who that is.
Fighter.
That sounds so familiar. I know who that is for sure.
Fight. I was all into the song until my man was talking about getting jumped, 3 people in a circle, and then he flipped to something else and just threw me off.
You don't. Okay, but you don't get that was the point though. Talk about different kinds of ways in which he loses fights.
No, it went over my head.
That went over your head?
That part, that particular
So
part
like
went over his head.
the song reminds me of talking about fighting physically with others, like fights he got into like most people hear comes about like his grandfather and his girlfriend. Which, by the way, funniest thing to be like, ooh, you shouldn't talk over your girlfriend, bro. That's a bad idea. But talking about the last one, kind of like fighting himself in some ways.
Yeah.
It would
Right?
be the connection of those 3 things to the theme of fighting.
And I do think that the switch is jarring, and I don't have the lyrics depending on when it happened.
Yeah.
The switch is jarring, but I think that's the point because his girlfriend's fighting with him because he keeps cutting her off, and he cut off the story before he got to the conclusion.
Right.
Because
Right.
that's what he
Did
did
do
to his girlfriend. I think that's what it was.
He was talking about his grandfather. Yeah, I mean, it could make sense.
And then he got cut off entirely because that's what he does.
This
got
song
it.
felt the most to me like spoken word poetry in a good way, where like it
Okay.
felt like it was conceived with a very clear like theme in mind.
Yes.
And the song was kind of built around that to support the theme more than just the song itself. Like having it be kind of drawing on purpose, having like the 3 sections be so divided so clearly about
Yeah, that's
each
true.
part of this of what he was talking about. And the storytelling is also really clear too. Like the storytelling in that first part about how he gets ass beat.
Yes.
Even switching from like his granddad's fight to his girlfriend's fight. Like I was still following what had happened, even if I was taken aback by it, right?
Yeah.
Got it.
I just don't know if I would believe Drake could do all that.
Well, I'm glad you guys broke down that aspect of it because that did go over my head. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of these, like, we listen to a lot of albums, and a lot of times we hear a song and it will start good, and then like after a minute you're like, oh man, this is same thing. I always worry he's gonna do that, and so far this album I feel like when I get to that point where I'm like, all right, we've been doing this for a minute, he switches it up somehow.
Yes.
I think that keeps it really fresh.
All right.
Can you imagine, Father, if I can do like, hey, I'm dropping out of college to go be a rapper, just like
yeah,
Saba,
yeah.
just like Jid,
Just like Saba,
just like J. Cole.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, yeah.
You as a DJ, right? You support
you
me.
still could be a rapper. No, don't get it twisted.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't get it twisted.
You could take on Lupe or whatever. You guys can be teaching classes and battling at the same time.
Okay, all
He's a
right.
visionary. That's what he is.
That's
there
true.
You go. All right, guys. Next track is called "Smile" by Saba.
Some many songs out there called Smile.
There are.
I mean, I like it.
That one grew on me actually. That one, when it started, I wasn't feeling it. But I don't know. Somehow, I don't even know where along the lines it happened. But like, I think the first time I heard him go and smile over and over again, I wasn't feeling it. And then somewhere by the end, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm really feeling this.
A lot of times I hate when rappers just repeat word over again. I'm like, I'm here for I'm here for you rapping, and more than singers. I'm here for you rapping. You're using this time to repeat the word over and over again. Like, bro, what are you doing, Drake? But in this song specifically, I do actually like. I like the smile motif from your period. Actually, I think it also grew on me by the end.
Yeah, it grew on me. It grew on me a lot.
I thought the beat was really tight. I mean,
Yeah.
it's nice and mellow. I do feel like it's a lo-fi album all the way through.
But lo-fi was big in 2019.
Yeah.
That was the lo-fi. Man, that was the year for lo-fi.
Yeah, definitely, and you can feel it definitely throughout this entire album.
Yeah, I agree. But look, I don't hate it though. I quite like it.
Let's dive back in, and we're going in with "Log Out" by Saba.
That's by Kendrick.
Oh no, that's not.
That is not log out. That's not log out.
That is.
I'm all alone.
All right. Log out by Saba.
If you press out,
Facebook ass verse from Chance.
What did Chance do to you? What did Chance do to you, man?
I mean, listen to that.
That was not the worst. That was not the worst.
No, it
thing.
was. I'm
that was-
joking around. It was alright.
Yeah, you know, you Facebook you friend request yourself and shit. I liked it. It was well put together.
No, I think because the album, generally speaking, tends to be slow and slower, the songs like this, where it feels like there's a little more tempo and more aggression, I think hit harder. And yeah, I don't hate the Chance feature. I think that was fine.
I think it's funny that it was a like it's such an old album, but
Yeah.
his feature's not listed. So like that was actually a surprise feature. That was like a surprise feature. Like, oh shit, it's Chance the
Chance
Rapper.
the goddamn
Where did he come from?
Chance in the studio.
Like all the other features were listed.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden just your Chance the Rapper. I'm like,
Why would they even cause that though? Isn't that like a super important thing that your features listed?
No, I think they're just two good
Isn't
guys.
this when he was also independent and well, he's still independent,
Yeah.
but you know, he does what he wants and
Yeah, I think they're just two guys from Chicago who were like, "Yo, I'm gonna have you on my album. We're just gonna keep it on the raps because you know you're a big deal in Chicago. We want to make this as a surprise. I'll make a moment out of it."
Yeah,
so I think that's all it was.
But do you think that this verse was like at the time? Because right, he was making a big deal.
2019.
Do you think this verse was like fit the hype that he had earned at the time?
I think if you're an acid rap fan, you get it.
What? What?
You don't acid rap. The Chance Rapper that was his breakthrough mixtape, acid rap.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a lo-fi. It's one of the it's probably like the pioneer of like lo-fi hip hop.
Gotcha.
and was that 2019ish?
I was in high school when that dropped. That was a long time ago.
That's a while ago.
But it's like kind of almost like that style of rap.
When your old classmates thought that was you, by the way.
What?
When your old classmates the other day thought that was you, they were like, "Oh, hey, I'm Bree from high school." And I was like, "No, you don't." And it turns out they thought that it was you.
All right, time to dive into Gray by Saba.
I'm option heard. Let's just go.
By far my favorite song on the
Man, I
album.
could have.
Really.
Yeah, I definitely felt that one. That was good. That was dope.
I like that. I like that it's called Gray and the album cover is black and white. You can like you can really see like this is kind of a where the vision of the album was at. You know,
The single, you might say.
I don't know if it's a single.
I mean, the best song on the album is on the B side. So
You know, I appreciate too that this is another song about just like a very real struggle he's going through, like with labels and like, well, fucking J. Cole talked about this a lot, and like let Nas down, right? That Sarah Brother song, Love Song, but it's also about the same thing.
It is though. It is about that. You're right. That's what the love song is about.
Yeah.
so where's this guy at now?
He dropped the album 2022 called A Few Good Things. That's what I was. That's what I was originally gonna play for you guys. Since 2022, I don't think he's dropped anything.
Got it.
A little hiatus. I'm sure we'll get something from him. I think I've listened to singles from him since then, though.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good one for sure.
This
Like,
is
that one, I think my favorite like instrumentals of the album so far.
Prom King is the emotional anchor of the album.
Emotional anchor of the
Yes.
album.
He's been talking about the events. I'll explain more after the song, but this is the emotional anchor of the album.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's get into it.
All right, let's go. It's Prom.
Is it?
Slash
Let's see how it compares to Dying of
King.
Thirst.
Saba.
Wait, so what happened at the
Remind
end
me
there?
of
I was a little
before we had
confused
it
with,
His cousin Walter got killed
When during what part?
at the very end. He said, "When he's like, hey, where's have you seen my son?"
Yes.
And he said, we're gonna find you." He had got like stabbed somewhere, and he got stabbed while he was out or something. And so all over the outside, like all over this album, he's making reference to his cousin Walter. He talks about like he all died for a coat, and a part of him's gone. Like, he's talking about that's what he's talking about as well. Like talking about that experience, talking about how that has affected him.
Yeah.
And
So
intertwined with life.
he doesn't say it in that song, but it's reference.
It's reference of the album that's what
it.
happened. Yeah.
Damn.
Gotcha.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah,
Man, what I was gonna say, which had nothing to do with the lyrics, but the lyrics are very thought provoking. Was like I like the majority of this album. The one thing I'll say is like a track like that. I wish it wasn't in lo-fi.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think like it's just I love the music. It's very powerful, and I just wish the music just wasn't in lo-fi. I feel like I want to feel some more kick, some more drum,
See,
some
I think
thickness
it's
of the
thematic.
music.
I think with this song
I get it.
specifically, I feel different. What was I say?
I think it's thematic of like the depression, the grayness. I think
Yeah.
I think the lo-fi is a thematic choice.
Which I think, even that is saying the case, I think if you don't like it, that's still valid, right? You can be like,
Yeah,
oh, I
yeah,
get
that's
why,
right.
but I still which was different. I think for me, for this song in particular, I think it goes really well with the storytelling.
Mhm.
Like I think if the beat for the first half of Prom was more like in your face,
Right.
then I would not have been as immersed in the story. But as it stands, I was like sitting here like, oh, I was like really like picturing the story in my head as she was
You
telling
really
it.
picture. You can really picture Prom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can really picture like everything he's saying in Prom.
yeah, like that's like really well done. I was sitting here and I was kind of like, whoa. I was in my head. I was like, so like picturing the whole thing. Then we got the King. I'm like, all right, King is a little bit the beat's more present.
Yeah.
So I was like, that mean like, all right, cool. You know, we're going through a lot more time, right? We're going
Yes.
through a lot more of his life with Walter, and the beat is more. It plays a lot more with the time signature. Like it goes from like even to like kind of fast and quick once it's put into crescendo of like
Yeah.
oh Walt's gonna die, right?
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I think it overall is a really effective song at being the emotional anchor of the album. Actually,
Yeah.
It
yeah.
gives me a little bit of I can't remember Kendrick Lamar's song.
Think about me, I'm dying of
Yes.
thirst.
Right,
That's what me and him were talking about before it started.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah.
a 12-minute song.
that's
Yeah.
what I was comparing it to before song started when you said that, and I think having listened to it, I think it's definitely like in the same like
Yeah.
in the same
Yes.
like conversation as that song.
And that's the penultimate song of the album, and I like to ask.
Yeah, no, that's
So then when you get to the last track here.
no, I think that's a really good song to be the Witch Lynchman.
That's the one I listen to the most. I'm like, even though it's sad, that's the one I have on repeat.
No, I can see it. I think it does its job the best. I think for each one what I've heard so far.
All right, and now we're going to go into Heaven All Around Me.
That's the end of the album. I haven't all around me. Let's get it.
All right, let's go.
Saba. Let's
do
go.
it.
Let's go.
So far, I think we know it skips in. Let's just see if this is that song that skip or not.
It's not.
Well done.
Well done,
Nice
indeed.
selection.
Oh, thank
nice
you.
Yeah, I'll
surprise.
look up to you, man.
Okay.
That's good.
Thank you.
Dude, that was good. Like for someone who's never heard of Saba and like my first introduction to him, I think it's a solid album. I liked it. I definitely liked it. What I was saying was it's a lo-fi album, nice and chill. If you don't want to step out and get violent, I would definitely put this on and just relax. Maybe with some sangria, maybe some wine, maybe Jack and Coke.
I've never listened to this album very critically or analytically.
Really?
So that last, no, I mean, I was like I said, I just played it while I was working at Costco.
I feel like I'm kind of almost begging you to listen to it critically with how Prom King is.
I mean, we don't sit. I wasn't sitting here and doing a music podcast in 2019.
I mean, okay, all right,
But Heaven All Around Me, that's Walter's perspective, right?
yeah, absolutely,
Right? I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that before I listened to this album years ago.
Yeah, sorry, I'm so surprised because this song, like, it's all album, right? I get so much because it feels so intentional. Like, it feels so much like Art has specific like storytelling vision infused with like some really nice sounds, and like it just really brought it all together like really well.
Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. I just never sat down and listened to it like this, and
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that. I think that does make the whole. We realizing that. I mean, as we listen to this album, we thought about it very critically. Again, I visualized a couple different things and a couple different ideas, and just like now that we've sat here, I think we really did a good job listening here. I really think that this is one of those albums. Like I said, like it's solid 10 songs, and I think it's like definitely something that should go in a museum. Honestly, I think that we need this one in our national archives.
I mean, I think at the very least that you're right. This is a 10-song classic, no skips. I'll give that for sure. Like, I was really right here, back, man. Fuck your choices, man.
Yeah.
You know, I can't do something like that.
You can't do something like that. This one's too good. This one is way too good.
Just I don't know. I think I'm still thinking about Prom King, honestly. Like Prom King really just
Prom King, yeah.
Prom King just some really solid rap storytelling that really like missed from a lot of rappers these days. So like it's good.
And it just like especially the King towards the end when the beat speeds up and things start getting erratic.
Yes.
Like you really feel that. Like it's really good.
No, he's talented. Definitely can spit. I think the music. I don't know who produced it, but
That's a good
definitely,
point. Yeah.
the music and the message and the lyrics all mesh really, really well.
Yeah.
So I got to give him credit for that, and the producer. I don't know if he self-produced or
It's a good
he has
question.
a team, but whoever did, they did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, there's like
Everything
lo-fi,
hits
there's
well.
jazz in here. There's like a lot of good like beats in here for
Do
sure.
you feel like all the song names match the themes of the song? I know a lot of times you'll hear a song and you're like the name and the.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think of all the names, but like Gray, Gray. I think was the Gray title is kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, can't think of the word. I'm bad at this, but
What was that?
because I have the thought in my head, I just can't. It just doesn't want to come out.
Sure.
But what's the word? Abstract.
Okay.
Gray is I feel like it's a very abstract title for the song, but the message and everything just ties together so well. So like, yeah, you know, I wouldn't say Gray definitely explains what the song is about, but I appreciate the concept of it, and it just all makes sense when you listen to it.
Okay,
That'd be surreal. This album is what I thought that Cornucopia was going to be.
that's fair. Could be something totally different.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it's 2019, I feel like I'm listening to bits of Jit. Obviously, Chance was on here.
Yeah.
There's you know, it's almost like I could hear current day rappers spitting some of these verses or whatever. So the fact that this was made in 2019 and still holds value is pretty good.
Yeah, I think it gives credit to Way about it being a classic. Honestly.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
He only dated to me. He only dated himself when he said something about his next video being a 4x4. I was like, damn, we don't have those. I don't think Wendy's does 4x4s anymore.
And 5x5.
Yeah.
So.
I think that's where I was final ratings go. I probably 8 or 9. It's depending on like what I end up feeling like. Maybe 8.5.
I give it a 9. Maybe I give it a 9.
I'm the hater. I'll do an 8.
Oh hey, that's fine.
I mean, I just I don't know. I mean, it's just good. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Just because I give it an 8 doesn't mean
You don't give it a 10 because it's not Illmatic. I just
25.5 out of 30. That's pretty good though.
Hey, you know what I mean? I give the guy props for something I've never heard of before, and not even under the streets or anything. In 2019, I just don't remember hearing about him, but it's a well put together album.
Yeah.
So solid 8, maybe even 8.5.
There we go.
8.5. Yeah.
Never doubt my musical stylings.
Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
That's gonna be the intro for my album. I'm gonna play that.
Yeah, I
Your
guess.
EDM album.
This is a John produced show. Oh, crazy.
Yeah. I think 8.5 is good though. I think it's good. It's really good. Good storytelling.
What are the flaws? Since we all love it so much, what are the flaws?
I'm trying to think. I think 8.5 but not like 10. I think because I think sometimes it falls into a very similar soundscape.
Repetitive.
Yeah, some of not all of them, right? Some of them do have like really cool beat switches. Some of them do have like a very similar like kind of lo-fi sound.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
The whole entire album is lo-fi. It's appreciated. Like I said, this is like one of the albums that definitely, if I'm working on something, I can play in the background and it just kind of works with the vibe that I'm trying to set, you know?
Yeah.
But if I want to like drive in the street and bump, this doesn't necessarily hits that mark.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So
And
I want this on vinyl.
And then two, there are songs that like again in general, a song I love the lyrics and storytelling, but there are songs like I don't remember what it's called, but the song where he is talking about the struggles in the music industry. That one's called.
I think is that not Gray or
which one?
We're talking about like that song probably on the B side.
That's great.
That's great. That's great. Yeah.
I feel like the message was like appreciated, but like the actual I feel like the actual like talking about it was not like groundbreaking.
But Gray had a crazy outro though.
Yes.
Sure, but like my flaws, like
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I've heard much it's like can be made the same way by J. Cole, by Cyber, like and that didn't really break new ground for me in that way. And I feel like for how intelligent this album is, for something like this that talks about this, like I would want it to I think it was something else with the lyrics, but
as good as this album is, I can see like just listening to it 1 through 10, I can't see what song is a single, like what song would get airplay on the radio.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's fair.
So,
on the radio, yeah.
So I don't think any of this make it into the radio.
It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure he has a cult following.
Yeah.
Which is good for him, and hopefully like the last album he did amazing, but as far as like trying to get over that hump of getting out to the masses, I think he's, at least on this album, that's the only thing's missing. That one, like that one cut that everyone can just like, oh man, remember when Saba dropped this? Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
Worlds of the World. Looks like Worlds of the World has some play.
What?
I'm just looking at Spotify, like listening to like which songs was listening to.
Oh, okay.
Life was really good. I know why Life has like most listens here because it's really good.
Yeah, I was gonna play this newest album for you guys, but I decided, I think this one is.
Yeah.
This one, it hits. Like I said, this one has been shown in a museum.
Yeah,
Right.
This was good.
This is good. All right, now that I'm done with that shit. Next time we'll spin the wheel again. It'll be between me and Father, and we'll see.
Why can't I be in the wheel again?
You said, man.
Okay, whatever.
Well, we just That's nah. I think it's all of us are in every time.
Yeah, it's like
No,
when you flip a coin, the coin doesn't just like lose a side after you flip the coin.
bro.
The coin stays the same. The wheel stays the same.
Gambling has rules, man. That's not blackjack is just like, without gambling without rules. There are rules to these systems we put in place, and one of the rules in this system, so we each get an album, is that
Are you a dictator? Because me and father agree that it shouldn't be that
you
way.
and father are just wrong. I'm
But,
sorry.
all right, so you're a dictator.
I'm effective leadership. Yeah.
Ah, effective
Okay.
leadership.
Doge has affected Vinyl Thoughts podcast too.
Oh my god.
Damn, look at Doge officer over
I'm
here.
nothing like that. I just want to fix the world, guys. And with that, we'll see you next time here on Final Thoughts.
I'll see you guys
That's been
next time.
Jeremiah, that's been John. That's been that guy. And we'll see you later.
Said, hey, if you guys want us to check out an album, they send it in. We'll put it on the wheel.
We'll put it on the wheel.
Put it on the wheel.
And then if it lands on it, we'll talk about it.
We'll skip it. We'll see. Anyway.
All right, peace out. guys.
Peace.
Don't forget to check out the merch at crossfaderla.com.